2021 is here. Thank goodness. So make this the year to focus on you. Start that degree you've been wanting to. You deserve it.
Get on the path to greater earning power with a game-changing education from Post University. You've got this because you've got Post. Start by texting POST to 474747.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at homedepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthma Core Studios near Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, man.
It's the Weedsman Podcast.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now,
you have smoked yourself retarded.
Here are the Weedsmen.
You want to get high?
168. Chris.
I'm Rob. I'm Aaron.
Michael.
I don't know if I needed that oil hit.
I did. I feel good now.
It definitely put me on another level.
Everybody know that's Big Dick B.
Feel like warm butter. That's a good feeling.
Oh, man. My legs are like all noodly.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I don't have to walk anywhere right now.
I got wine. Drinking wine all day.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of wine.
Since
You
like
on some kind of vacation?
4.
Oh, well, that's not all day.
It's like 3 hours.
We're still in wine time. That's pretty long.
Wine time. I haven't been waking and baking as much usually as I have, but you know.
There you go. That's better.
Maybe until later in the day.
I've been rather conservative.
Nice.
I've had a lot of stress in the last week.
Yeah.
And I've given in to the rule that I set for myself, which is no smoking until the sun goes down.
Oh,
Ooh.
I broke that rule.
I broke it
Every day.
I broke it a couple times.
Middle of the
I don't
day.
know.
Gotta wander back to the vehicle.
I need to rally after that oil hit. I used to get high when I was a salesman at Guitar Center.
Hey man, you want to buy this guitar?
I'd get high on lunch all the time. Didn't give a fuck.
There you go.
Divorced, working a job as a salesperson at a store whose customer and inventory are shrinking right before your eyes, and watching all your business go online.
Fuck yeah, I'm getting high.
Just waiting for them to fire you so you can take unemployment.
Right. I've heard that.
Yeah. I was in a rut. I wish they would have fired me earlier. I wish they would have fired me about a year and a half, 2 years earlier. It's hard to work away from a job that is paying.
Already got money, making it tomorrow. Why not? Oh yeah, settle in.
I finally
Show just started.
Yeah.
I finally saw the Spiderman movie.
Oh,
Homecoming.
did you like it?
Well, okay, it was a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was very exciting at parts. I thought that the suit was really well done, although it still didn't. The animated parts still were like, he just turns into this like Gumby figure flipping through the air.
I saw that a lot of times.
And, you know, the second Sam Raimi film still did a way better job of just capturing him in the air as the acrobatic web slinger, you know?
Oh, I agree.
Without turning into some animated thing. So that he can do a quadruple flip and then whatever else. But yeah, it's a very visually fun movie. Michael Keaton is always good.
Yeah.
Tom Holland does a fair job. He's enjoyable to watch. His buddy is his nerd friend. They had some fun interplay.
Right.
His supposed chemistry with any of the females in the movie, I'm not sure what's going on there. And as for character development, I mean, you had two jobs. You had Spider-Man and you had the Vulture, and both of them got to have a story. Where the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There wasn't a whole lot to it.
Like, it was... If I bought that as a one-shot comic book, I would go, okay, that was great, but if that guy does
Fucking thing sucks!
if that guy does a series, I'm not putting it on my poll list. There's a lot of talk about how this is going to be the John Hughes of Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
And even made direct reference to it when he was running through the backyards and somebody just happened to be watching that scene in Ferris Bueller where Ferris Bueller is running through somebody's yard.
Right.
It's like, it's a little too on the nose. And also, John Hughes did nothing but character development. This did not seem like a John Hughes movie to me. This was not a coming-of-age movie. I don't know what he learned other than greed is bad, that sometimes guys get out of control to, I don't know, do what? What was Vulture's ultimate plan?
Well, I think it was just to make money.
Screw the government, make money, and protect my family.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much all he was running with. And to make probably a better suit. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It was flimsy. It was really flimsy. It was fun. I watched it with my kids and they enjoyed it, right? But I don't know.
There's one thing I would say,
Yes.
like in defense of it. It's very a visual stimulating movie. That's why it was so entertaining. But I do agree with you.
It is entertaining.
The story is thin.
But
Real thin. Like, you don't even know who Mary Jane is until the end of the fucking movie. Is that girl that was giving him shit the whole time.
right.
Yeah. So I didn't understand that.
I noticed she has one name.
The actor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
She's a singer?
I
don't know.
Hold on.
Because I was like, why the fuck is this person in this movie?
I gotta look it up.
I don't know.
Who was Mary Jane?
A Zen.
Yeah, it's really like a Zenadiah.
Zenadiah?
I think. No, I'm just shooting from the hip. I'm waiting for it to
Zebediah?
load. Zebediah? A Zebedee Duda? Let's see.
I don't know. It seemed to me this is the only Spider-Man movie that I've seen that I've enjoyed.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Well, man, I don't know. You saw the one with Dr. Octopus?
I've seen all of them. Maybe it's just because I'm still think like a little kid, and that's more entertaining to me.
Talking
than-
about superhero movies. We're all thinking like little kids right now.
Yeah, but I think I take it to a whole other level compared to probably you.
Well, it's interesting that, Marvel was going to correct Spider-Man, and they put out their other movie that did really well this summer was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That had multiple characters to give complete story arcs to, and managed to do that. Even the characters that were brought on to that movie, you had with Gamora, Rocket, Groot, Drax, and Star-Lord.
And then they added...
Each had a story, plus Mantis.
Mantis.
Plus, let's face it, Star-Lord's mom.
They had a huge story.
She had it, even though she didn't have a whole lot of big part in the movie.
Right.
Ego. Am I missing it? Oh, Nebula.
Mm-hmm. Then you had the story of Yondu.
And Yondu, there you go. 10
stories.
10
people.
10
that you told the
stories
story.
that they wove into that.
Right.
And fuck anybody who criticizes it for being like just
Did you say Groot as
crazy
well?
roller
'Cause
coaster.
Groot had a little story
I said
too.
Groot. Yeah, that was in the
okay.
original 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they took the original 5, added 5 more, made everybody integral to the story, and this Spider-Man story you could have swapped out anyone for.
Right.
I don't know what Spider-Man's ultimate drive was. You know what his drive was? To be a rock star. That's what this Spider-Man was all about. He wanted to be a fucking Avenger, and was crushed when he was told that he couldn't be an Avenger. He wanted to be on the football team. He wanted to be in the rock and roll band. Take your pick. He wanted the quick way to fame, money, and chicks. Jesus fuck. What was I saying?
Spider-Man sucked.
No, it was a fun movie.
That there wasn't like
You could have
lack of story.
You could have swapped out anybody. I mean that could have been an Iron Man story, or I mean, just all you got to do is take the character back to high school. And even that didn't seem to complicate anything.
Right.
We didn't. We put him in high school so that he could interact with high schoolers. But what did he really do in high school?
He went to a party.
Right.
That was the only thing I remember.
I know there's
went to a
there's a
party.
montage of him like in his school and shit. But like, if he was actually skipping out of class like this and shit, there would be some tension there. And I know it's a trope, but
Right.
it's a trope because it's kind of necessary if you're going to take a high school kid and make him your lead for an action film. That is part of what you have to accept. He has to have excuses to hide what he's doing from his family, from the school, and people are always like, "What the fuck's going on with you?" I mean, sure, Aunt May said it once to him, but she didn't seem too serious about it, and he still got away with everything. I think they should have played him more like a little more like Ferris Bueller, and less like I don't know, what's his name? Cameron.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike Seaver?
I mean, I don't know. The kind of aw shucks thing was charming enough. Like, I'm like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I thought he was like the highlight of Civil War.
Yeah,
and I have no complaints with anybody's performance in this movie, honestly. It was just so poorly constructed that I didn't give a shit about any of the characters ultimately.
Right.
I had a band for the song, and I'm trying to remember what they were called.
Oh, while you're doing that, hey Rob.
Yeah.
What drugs are you on?
So I'm glad you asked. This week we are smoking on some Grandpa Larry OG. Yes, this is a classic strain, meaning that it is a true indica strain.
Grandpa Larry?
Grandpa Larry OG.
Who's it named after?
Larry Sanders.
Here's where I get into the information. An instant classic from Top Tier Genetics. Grandpa Larry OG is the next elite OG strain. Granddaddy Perp and Larry OG were crossed to create the indica that behaves more like a hybrid, with clear, creative thoughts paired with subtle, relaxing effects. This strain can relieve pain without locking you into the couch. Taking after Granddaddy Purple in growth, these dense dark green and purple buds are covered in trichomes and orange hairs. And the top 5 effects of this strain are relaxed, dry mouth, happy, euphoric, and sleepy. But this is definitely a painkiller and an insomnia helper, so if you have any problems getting to bed, and then
High
third,
as fuck on there.
yeah, it should be on there. But the flavors are berry, sweet, and grape. Oh yeah, I'm enjoying it.
The Larry Sanders Show theme?
The best I can
Nice.
come up with for Larry.
Larry.
I can't even roll this joint. That's how high I am.
Maybe it's a sign.
Just falling out of my hands.
It's a sign that you're a lightweight.
Shots fired. Oh, MikeyB saying, fuck your couch. He's like, listen, droppity drops. I already got one in the chamber.
I'm debating on whether I want to play this for you as audio or send you a link to play video. Let's start with the audio.
Make your choice.
I'm just going to play this without comment.
Jack White?
No.
Brendan Benson?
No. Neither of those guys are involved with this.
Bob,
This is a Michigan band, though. Teenagers from Frankenmuth. They go by the name Greta Van Fleet.
What?
Greta Van Fleet?
Greta Van Fleet.
Fleet.
Yeah. Named after somebody, I don't know.
Fleet like Fleet Week?
Fleet like F-L-E-E-T.
like Fleet? Like a thing of cars?
Greta with one T?
Yes, I believe so.
Van Fleet?
I mean, I know it's a total Led Zeppelin ripoff, but fuck it. Like, I gotta see these guys play. They're playing next month in Detroit.
I mean, that's just straight up rock music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. I like it.
Who produced this? This isn't
That's
like,
what I
hey,
gotta
we went
find
to
out.
our local studio.
That's what I gotta find out. They did a pretty...
Like, hey, we went up to Saginaw in the studio there. This ain't that.
I mean, because they're nailing all those tones, too, from the... You know, the guitars and amps and the drums and all that shit. I mean, they're aping the whole thing, but they're doing it really good. I mean, there's been so many bands that have aped the Led Zeppelin sound over the decades. And this...
Does this kid's voice change already? Because that could kill the band. This is like a 14-year-old.
Hey, no.
In like 3 years, they're fucked. Hey, guys. So sweet. It's not gonna happen.
There's a video of them if you want to look it up.
Greta Van Susteren? Oh, Greta Van Fleet. Like a van.
Van, yeah. What did I say?
Von? They look like they're trying to be the Sex Pistols.
Watch it with the volume down. You're like, no way are they singing that song.
Right.
You'd expect them to sing some snotty little punk rock piece of shit song.
They're from Frankenmuth? How the fuck did they get discovered if they're from Frankenmuth?
That's in Detroit.
In Sound Lounge?
In Sound Lounge.
Is that in one of the casinos or some shit?
Yeah, Chris, isn't that the Motor City?
No, that's the Sound Board.
Oh.
Sound Lounge is Chicago's premier music venue that hosts private, intimate concerts and exclusive... I'm not going to click on the rest of it.
That's... Wow.
Like his voice has already changed? They're sure about this? He looks like the villain from an 80s movie.
Yeah, he does. That's what I thought too.
Like he looks
He looks like an extra from the Warriors.
like from a teen 80s movie. He looks like the
Warriors.
He looks like
come out and play.
He looks like the guy from the Cool Crowd that was the villain in the 80s teen dramas. You know, he goes and asks out the ugly chick as a goof.
I mean, I'm not going on like batshit crazy over this band like they're the second coming of rock and roll. I'm just impressed that they're pulling this off this well.
I want to find their dads and go, hey, you played them the right records.
They clearly have talent.
Hey, good job on you played the right music around your kids.
Yeah.
Find all their parents. Buy them a beer.
And clearly, while it's derivative of Led Zeppelin, they're writing their own songs.
Yeah, and they're playing it.
You know, they're not ripping off any licks that I can hear.
He's using all 6 strings on his guitar. You know, I guess that's the bar now.
Are you using all of the guitar?
Hey man, there's some dudes. I only have 4 strings. That's all I need. I'll just kick them.
Really?
Just right in. Unless you're a bass player.
Somebody said that to you before?
Oh, dude. Aaron, please tell. You know that there's these players out there. All I need is the bottom 4.
Well, yeah. They try and they take a regular guitar and try and down tune it as much as possible so the strings are like slapping against the fretboard.
It's not necessary.
This is if you want to be dark and serious. This is serious shit, like football.
Oh, shit.
And hunting.
Football!
Dude, what if they combined football and hunting? And you hunt a person to involve a ball?
Like that movie with Ice-T? Gary Busey when he's running through the forest and he's being hunted?
No, but you have to involve the ball in scoring. Like if you make it to the goal with the ball, you don't get killed. See, and this is what you do it with death row. Like you don't do it with normal people who would die, who would lose their life for no reason. You do it with
decent human beings.
Do it with people on
those dirtbags.
Death row. You make, you score a touchdown, you live another week. We'll see you on Sunday. Fucking Frankenmuth, huh?
A pass.
Beer and Chicken. Is that the name of their first EP?
Beer and Chicken.
Yeah.
And Christmas.
Christmas Beer. Christmas Chicken. That's the name of their first album.
Chicken.
What?
I thought that was ludicrous, Beer and Chicken.
It was. Yeah, this would be called Christmas Chicken. Yeah, break a booth.
For the Christmas store,
album,
you get the chicken
live at Zender's.
Rockin' Bronner's.
EP.
They'll be at Bronner's doing a live set out front.
Oh, people from Michigan are laughing right now.
Yeah.
Those of you who are not in Michigan.
I like them.
From our EP Bavarian Inn.
Live from Zender's.
Plays guitar better than a lot of people making way more money than him.
He may even play guitar better than Jimmy Page. Let's be honest.
A lot better than somebody definitely in the last decade. It's true. Jimmy Page had those last 5 years where he liked heroin more than guitar.
Well, even the shit on Led Zeppelin, I mean, those are like captured moments. That I don't believe that those solos were that well planned out ahead of time. And if there were a couple dead notes, or if it got a little too sloppy with the time, well, that was the take, and that's still the good take.
Should we talk about weed? Is there any weed news?
Fine.
Yeah.
What does it matter? Nothing's going to change anyway.
Oh, wow.
Let's face it, we're on the back burner. Good luck, Cory Booker. We're all rooting for you, but we're not putting our money on you. I mean, the only good news is that there's no news. Jeff Sessions' whole crackdown on marijuana. He's never met a good pot smoker or whatever. Good people just don't do it. Other judgmental shit.
Yeah.
He puts together his task force to look into things like drug abuse, marijuana being among them, because he sees this as a serious, still a gateway drug that's going to lead to other kinds of things.
Let me guess. All the task force told him was opioids, 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 opioids. Not what you're looking for, buddy.
They said, well, at least on cannabis, they said that they don't recommend any action, that they should continue to look into it, but no change from the primarily hands-off policies that Obama left us with.
Well, that's somewhat good news. Don't waste your money on it. It's already started. Don't fight it.
Well, I mean, this is the recommendation of the task force that was put in place by Jeff Sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Jeff Sessions or Trump comes back and says, no, that's bullshit, well, I don't think Trump's likely to.
You've never... Oh, God damn it. I sound like I'm defending him. You've never heard Trump talk shit about weed. You never heard him talk about it's dangerous, we got to get rid of it.
No,
crazy dopers.
You're right. So it would be Jeff Sessions that would do it. And I don't know that he's really looking for a fight as so much as a distraction. So who knows where this is going to go. I think he's just trying to keep his head down and not get fired. And everybody else is trying to make sure that he doesn't get fired.
Get him fired. Fire this man.
Firing Jeff Sessions means that somebody else can come in and fire the people that Jeff Sessions hired, like Robert Mueller. So they want the investigation to continue. That's the only justification. All these people that are coming to Jeff Sessions' defense and saying that he's being harassed by his own president, and I mean, which is true. It's ridiculous. I don't know if I'd stay in a job if my boss was constantly tweeting about what a shitty job I was doing.
Hey, you're obviously not happy. I'm going to polish up my resume.
Right. But everybody else wants him to keep that job because the next guy in is going to have clean hands to do dirty work with, to remove Robert Mueller and possibly stop the investigation completely.
Neat. So I'm going to roll another joint after that conversation.
Yeah.
To the moon.
Are you going to be able to?
To the moon. Yeah, that's a good question.
That is the ultimate question.
Yeah, the only one.
Spokesperson from the Marijuana Policy Project, Don Murphy, says task force recommendations reflect the fact that the Department of Justice has more important priorities than harassing legitimate tax-paying businesses. In states that have
snap!
In states that have approved marijuana for medical or adult use, these businesses are creating jobs, generating revenue, protecting consumers, and making their communities safer.
The task force recommendation was just relax, Jeff. Just let it happen. Hey, Jeff, go to Colorado, get yourself a J.
Maybe making their communities safer, but not necessarily making it safer for themselves. I'm not going to say it's dangerous business to go into because statistically speaking, it's still not the case. But it is nerve-wracking, I'm sure.
You always have to carry cash. You have to have top-notch security. In areas like ours, though, you can only have them, at least around here, you can only have them in Detroit.
Did you see the story that was on the AP?
No.
In Los Angeles, they follow a business owner this is in Los Angeles, so this would be medicinal marijuana at this point.
No, they're legal.
Not yet.
No?
Not yet.
They're not up and running yet.
Okay.
This is somebody who's currently doing business, and they tag along with him while he goes to pay his taxes. Traveling around with over $40,000 in his trunk. They're also projecting, once legalization goes into place, which is going to be January 1st, that cannabis will be a $7 billion industry.
Billion.
$7 billion worth of almost entirely cash being transported around all over California.
That's just cash?
Like, if I was a criminal, we'd be going to California.
Hey, man, we're going to go rob some white people.
Oh, yeah. Let's get the white people.
So, the challenge here is, as we've said many times, it's the federal government, their stance on classifying it as a dangerous, Schedule 1 dangerous drug with no medicinal purposes. So, no federal support for this legalization, being state only. California doesn't have its own banking system. Every bank is ultimately insured by the federal government, the FDIC. And you can't be part of the FDIC, i.e. bank, in any significant way that makes you a bank if you're going to traffic in what they would consider laundered money or money through illegal activities. If you knowingly do that, you could lose your status as a federally insured bank. That's why none of them are touching it. Can California do something to avert that? Are they large enough, possibly? Is this large enough business to have their own insurance to make it worthwhile for somebody to go into business just to handle this?
If it's another way to take money from the business owner, California will figure that shit out. Anybody who I've dealt with my job who's doing business in California wishes they never decided to do business in California. So I'm saying, if there's a way for they have to figure out how to take money,
taxes and regulations
from a business owner, they'll figure that shit out. Yes.
California is the land of fruits and nuts.
Maybe the Alf there. Maybe.
California and Texas, once you cross into those borders, it's like another country.
On the same AP story, state expects to collect $1 billion in new tax revenue annually.
That's what I'm saying. It's the whole West Coast now. As soon as the federal government sees, holy crap, look at all this money we could be making.
Yeah.
It's the whole West Coast. It's
And
Nevada, it's Colorado.
I mean, obviously, there's still stories that I don't share weekly because it's just kind of depressing, but large busts that happen constantly. And they report on these large numbers, street value of $500,000, $1 million, $1.5 million worth of cannabis that's found and confiscated. And I'm like, you fucking idiots. How much money did you spend to recover that money?
I know, right?
Yeah. Instead of taxing the trafficking of that money, like we do with most reasonable businesses in this country. You would be bringing in income and going after whatever else it is that you think causes harm in this country. Sure. So California borders Nevada, right?
It does.
And I'm horrible with my geography. I'm trying to think of who's left on the West Coast that's kind of getting scrunched in and going, we're going to have to do something about this soon.
Arizona.
Think Arizona is going to...
No, let's go to the map.
I think a lot of people would have to die in Arizona for that to happen. I'm just saying. The greatest generation don't fly with that hippie shit.
Right here. Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. New Mexico will come in. They'll squeeze out Arizona. The dark green is legal. The bright green is medical.
And there's Utah. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Utah and Arizona, that's going to be a tough squeeze.
There's
New
no
Mexico's
fucking
going
way.
to have to get on board.
Utah is fighting to keep its last abortion clinic open. There's no fucking way they're passing anything.
Idaho is going to be a tough sell.
They had...
Montana and Wyoming, they're red, but they might do it because that's like staunch, like libertarian,
Idaho has
leave me alone kind of country.
Idaho has had a CBD program. I don't think it was too successful, though, and it was definitely protested. But I think some of these people, it's a struggle just to get them to actually see a doctor.
You got a nice red strip right here with Idaho, Utah, and Arizona.
Just pray on it.
Yeah.
You got to get New Mexico on board. These are two you got to sell up here. Wyoming and Montana. It'll squeeze out this strip. Then let's see, on the east we got Maine and Mass, D.C., whatever the fuck D.C. is going on there. So then what? Yeah, squeeze this way. Michigan, we could be trendsetters. We could start the squeeze in the Midwest.
Yep.
DC's fucked. Well, no, DC isn't fucked, actually. Because the whole thing that's keeping DC from progressing on full legalization in that district is that Congress keeps has control over their funding, and they cannot use any of their funding to put in place a legal program, right? Not just start licensing and regulating things. They can't even put money into putting together a committee to talk about licensing and all that shit.
My hope for Montana and Wyoming is Alaska. Alaska's the same kind of country.
So if we flip the houses over to Democratic, maybe they'll be more sympathetic to this issue.
Show up in 2018. We can do that. Everybody. Message!
Well, we don't live in D.C., though.
Just in general. See what happened. We didn't show up. However many months ago it was. I stopped counting.
You know, the other thing too is if you don't legalize this and start controlling it and taxing it properly in your state, you're going to lose money to cryptocurrency.
What?
Bitcoin.
Didn't it split in half or something the other day?
Yeah, I guess it got too big and had to split.
If you own Bitcoin stock, it's happy days.
Yeah.
Is it?
Stock splits. Fuck yeah. You just got double the shares. If you had 200 shares, you now have 400 shares for freezies. Now you're making money on 400 instead of 200. Finance.
Seems like fake money.
Hey man,
I don't know.
I've been reading a lot about it the last few months. Fucking gotta figure out how to play that game.
Yeah.
What does Liz Lemon say in 30 Rock? I need you to do that thing where you take my money and turn it into more money. And you teach me how to do that. Like, I found an app that's like fantasy football, but with stocks. So you can, like, test out these stocks.
Oh, you too? I do one called Acorn.
Oh, Vesely.
Oh, okay.
No, Acorn actually does it.
Yeah.
Like, puts money into it.
It's like a mutual almost.
Damn.
And I add money every month, so.
Acorn, doesn't it, like, take the change?
Yeah, it rounds
from
up
your
off the change.
money?
Yes.
Puts it in
How
things?
well guarded is the finance department in the city of LA?
Probably not very.
They said they take payments sometimes as large as $300,000 cash.
Damn.
People bring it in.
Hey, I got 300K.
Stacks of 20s going to pay your
stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
Pay off the government.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing, assholes.
That's why we can't have nice things. Hey, we were talking about Wu-Tang earlier.
This guy's
With
talking about
Russell
in this
Spin.
story about always switching up his routes. For a little while, there's a black truck that's behind him for a while, and he gets all nervous.
Garrett, bet he owns a firearm.
He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, he's strapped.
Fuck yeah, I got a flamethrower. I'll get Mad Max on him.
I try not to stay in confined places like an elevator, so I'd rather take the standard stairs. Plus, the standard stairs have video cameras. It's tough when people make eye contact with you. There's always a fear of what do they know. This guy's fucking paranoid. I would be too. I mean, that's part of your day. Is shipping around all the cash that you bring in from your business. What is this, the old fucking West?
Yep, back to that day.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, there was a whole town that got bought in California.
Bought?
Yeah, they
I
just...
don't know the name of this person. That's a baller move. Who bought it?
It was a company. Yeah. It was a cannabis company.
They said, hey, what up, town?
I don't know, I wonder...
Can I buy you?
Let's see. Cannabis company plans to turn desert town into pot paradise in Nipton, California. Company American Green Incorporated announced Thursday buying 80 acres of Nipton.
Bought a town, son.
Which includes an Old West-style hotel, a handful of houses, an RV park, and a coffee shop. Its plans are to transform the old Gold Rush town into what it calls an energy-independent, cannabis-friendly hospitality destination.
So what, it bought a ghost town?
Yeah.
Right on.
American Green says it plans to expand that farm and also bottle and sell cannabis-infused water from Nipton's plentiful aquifer.
This is the most baller shit ever!
Well, I mean, so they didn't buy the town.
Was it just buying its resources?
They just bought all the land in the town.
Yeah. So we bought the land, and now we're going to level it.
Which really, aren't you just the only and largest customer to that local government?
I guess so.
I mean, we don't ever really own land. We buy it and trade it and sell it. But if we die and don't leave it to anyone, it goes back to the government, and we have to pay him to sit on it. So who owns it? Come on, man. You can't own land.
Tell that to the bank. Don't want to tell those people.
Is everybody at Fox News a pervert?
Probably.
They suspended another guy.
What
Just
do they have
the other
now?
day. Accusations of him molesting somebody.
What'd he do? Did he pull
I
it
don't
out?
know. I haven't heard the whole... I think we're still... by the time this airs, we'll probably know more, but... just more shit that's exactly as creepy as fucking Roger... Was it Roger Ailes? Got the right name? Yeah.
Now deceased.
Roger Ailes and Bill O'Reilly. Wasn't there one other that was accused?
I don't know.
There's been so... I mean, like, seriously. How can you...
And she grabs me by the wiener.
This Fox... This is Fox Business. Had a story. Headline, will the legalization of marijuana put police lives at risk?
No.
Yes, that is... Here's the golden rule.
Good God, man.
Here, the golden rule for reading journalism. If the headline is a question, the answer is always no.
Right.
Will this new leaf extract be the cure for brain cancer?
No.
No, it will not. Do we want you to read this article thinking that that might happen?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, this is actually, you know what? I'm sorry, I got to forward this to you.
I found out this was a real song the other day. I always thought this was just like some canned music that they used for the Sports Final Edition.
Oh, really?
I didn't know this was an actual song.
Oh, yeah.
That was Frank Stallone. This is from the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. It got to number 10.
It's who now? Frank
Stallone.
Frank Stallone.
I keep waiting to hear Bernie Smilovich.
I know, right?
Is it
Sports Final Edition.
Sylvester's
Yes.
brother?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
My brother could sing. What up?
I can see that it's got the chin. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those songs that I vaguely remember hearing as a child. Is that footage from Fame?
This is Saturday Night Fever.
That's from Saturday Night Fever?
Oh my God, I'm on the payphone.
Yeah.
I'm in jail.
Why you gotta hit me in the hair?
I'm freaking out.
I'm dancing.
Ow.
You know, I woke a lot on my hair and you hit it.
Sorry, I'm high.
Yeah.
And I had that song going, that thing going through my head. Dun, dun, dun. Wasn't that a Saturday Night Live skit?
Mm-hmm. I think it was a track and field between, I think it was Belushi and Nealon, I think.
I don't know. Let's find out the real answer to, will the legalization of marijuana put police lives at risk? Tonight at 11.
Another Stallone.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same shit that they do on the nightly news. They go, will this chemical kill your baby that could be in all these household cleaners? Find out tonight at 11.
Not important enough to tell you now. You gotta
Right.
wait 7 hours.
Your life and your child's might be in danger.
7 hours from now.
Only we know the
Yeah.
truth.
Find out.
With me now, Dallas Fallen Officer Foundation President. He is Sergeant Dimitri Penny. Good to see you, sir. Now, you say legalization will put police officer lives in danger. Make your case.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to send my prayers to those 2 officers out in Yuba County. Wish them a speedy recovery. But this further shows the disconnect between our politicians and what's really happening in our communities. We have, I mean, if you really think about it, if you legalize it or whether you decriminalize it, whatever you do, you're going to create quality of life issues in those communities. And that's going to be, I mean, the same thing, you saw that
Brother,
with...
come on.
Any more so than
with
liquor stores?
Alcohol. And yeah, people support drinking, but then you get DWIs that come with it. So you're going to also get the same thing with legalizing marijuana.
So what?
So what's your point?
It's more money for the police department. More tickets they can issue.
But you just admitted that we accept the fact that there are DWIs, that there are auto accidents caused by alcohol, but he's not saying make that illegal.
It shows that the political agendas that
I'm talking over him like it's Fox
politicians are
News.
putting on our communities into.
We don't care what your message is. We're going to talk right over
how that
here.
impacts our officers. And keep in mind, our officers have to go out and deal with these situations. Anytime that they arise, our police officers
What state
are
is
the
this?
ones being called. And they have to show
Dallas.
up. And just like in Yuba County. You
Well,
have
then,
officers
then
show up
legalize it, you
to respond to
assholes.
a call, and then you got 2 officers.
You won't
shot.
have this problem.
I mean,
Those type of
Sergeant,
things can't happen.
The states are arguing, the states that have legalized, they're saying the tax revenues, though, are pouring in from legalizing marijuana. And to your point, California has legalized
Chick looks
it,
like
but
she
still
hasn't
2
farted
officers
in
shot
6
in a
months.
pot dispute. I mean, is it possible to fully map out the negative effects of legalization?
That's
when
her
you have,
argument?
State officials saying, hey,
She
tax revenues are coming in.
She said that
I mean,
the
so
states
it's
that
terrible
legalized
what's going
it
on.
argue that they're getting a lot of money. So that it's okay that cops are in danger and they're dying, even though they're not.
Pay for the funerals. Next.
Wow.
That are happening.
Damn.
They don't have to live in these
They're gonna be
communities when
give you stupid shit. I'll give you stupid right back.
Wait a minute, listen.
Social harms going on. They don't have to deal with that. I mean, they're politicians. They just get to sit up
But
there
deal
and
with-
say, hey, it's okay to...
What are you seeing in these
legalize it. We're
states?
making
What
money
crime
off
are
it.
you seeing that's
But at the end
escalating
of
in
the
these
day,
states
we
with
can
legal
have people losing
cannabis?
their lives on the other side of it based on the
Go upstairs
enforcement
and
aspect.
kill those leftovers.
We have to be cognizant.
There you go.
And we
Crime
have to
I'm
think
gonna
about
commit.
the real issues that are impacting law enforcement right now. And one of those issues is like I said, it's the drug revenue. We got $2 million, 2 million pounds of marijuana crossing the border from Mexico each year. And we
You
haven't
could
done
have taxed
anything
the
to
fuck
get
out of all
Yeah,
that.
that is missed opportunities.
Resources that they need.
Put in
to
that
actually
column.
protect, their regions.
Okay, Sergeant Penny.
You could have made enough money to pay somebody
CBS
twice
Six,
as
sir.
much to do your job better than you.
God damn it. I enlarged the wrong screen. Hey. You. On the other side
Yeah.
of that speaker.
You.
Whether it's in your ear, in your car, in your little Bluetooth speaker. Wherever you're listening, thank you for downloading the Weesman Podcast for free on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever the hell you call it now, or just from ChristopherMedia.net. Just go right to the source, no middleman. All right. Please make sure you can rate the Weesman Podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts / iTunes, or Google Play, or Stitcher, or wherever the hell you're listening. And you can help to tell others about the Weesman Podcast by leaving a comment. Thank you for following the Weesman Podcast on Twitter at the Weesman420 and on the IG,
The Weedsman Podcast.
Please follow the Weesman Podcast on Facebook. If you like and share, Doe Weedsman. You can visit ChristopherMedia.net for all of the other podcasts available on the Christopher Media Network. Check out the projection booth. You have Mike White a plug. He's over there. He's doing it. Been solo for like a year plus. Making it happen.
Keeping it together.
Yeah. And every list you see on the internet's about movie podcasts you should listen to, they're on it.
Yep.
They've chosen to let us help distribute them. So go over there, give them a click. New shows available every week on iTunes / Apple Podcasts and at ChristopherMedia.net. And if you'd like to donate to Christopher Media, you can click on the donate button and use PayPal. Throw us a couple ducats, shekels, monies, whatever you want to call them. And if you use the Amazon, you know, Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows Amazon. MikeyB, have you ever used Amazon?
I've never used Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Have you
Wow,
ever
man.
ordered anything off the internet?
With your collection that you have, you've never ordered anything?
There's a couple
from the computer?
Rob's helped me get a couple things.
Yeah, I've ordered for him.
I've never. I've never.
Not on your own.
I have never actually. I have never actually
We
done.
found this out at the end of the show.
Well, guess what? He could go through the Amazon link on our.
We're trying to wrap it up. Yeah. With MikeyB, when you use Amazon for the first time, you can click through our link at ChristopherMedia.net. You can bookmark it, and it's not going to cost you any extra money. And you can help out the Weedsman and ChristopherMedia.net. We do. Yeah. Sweet.
Already.
I know, right?
Do it. Do it.
Hey. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Hey.
Hey. Check that out, huh? That's helpful for you.
Yeah, that's real helpful.
Here's YouTube instead of what you need to read. Happened again.
Yeah.
There we go.
But we all know that choosing the perfect gift for the man is a difficult task. You know that.
Yes.
But not anymore. BroBasket.com is here to help. We all know that it's very hard to shop for, but what do guys actually like? You got to think about it. Titties, yes, but you can't buy them on the internet. Well, you might be able to buy them on the internet.
I don't know what internet you have.
What they really want to buy is their favorite alcohol. We're talking about their favorite beer, wine, whiskey, scotch, or tequila. BroBasket.com. We'll put it in a gift basket full of their favorite gear and goodies. You can customize it. Yeah, well, hey, it all falls in the gap.
That's what you pay a little more. You get the top tier bro basket. It turns into accoutrement.
You know that for a fact. All right.
Yeah. I said it with confidence, right?
Hey, I guess so.
It's the new society we're in. Say it with confidence. It's true.
If you go on their actual site, they have different gift baskets to choose from, like the Ultimate Import Sampler, the Jack and Coke gift set, or the Junior Executive gift basket. There also is the boozeless but still cool Bro Basket also available. BroBasket.com gives you many different shipping options to choose from, including rush delivery and Saturdays. 21 and over, please state local laws apply. Beer, wine, and liquor are not available for all shipping, or for shipping in all states, actually. You can help support Christopher Media by clicking through the BroBasket.com banner at ChristopherMedia.net. Men used to be hard to shop for, not anymore. BroBasket.com. Check it out today, ladies and gentlemen, and I want every one of you to stay high.
Stay high.
Stay high. Say it.
He's here, but he can't say it.
We're
never going to get it.
He's contrarian us.
Ladies and gentlemen, know that he is in the room, and he told you to stay high.
MikeyB says, suck it.
Suck it.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook by searching for Christopher Media. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth, and always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth, and as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast, and check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth, and always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.